to this week's edition of WorldView, brought to you by Summit's World History classes. My name is Gavin.
And my name is Alex. Our lead story, of course, is about our recent presidential election. President Obama won a second four-year term in the White House with 303 Electoral College votes to Governor Romney's 206 votes, unlike 2008. The majority of North Carolinians voted for the Republican ticket when the winner was announced early Wednesday morning. Both the President and Governor Romney called for Americans to work together to solve our immense problems.
Hurricane Sandy hit the Northeast last week. Thousands of homes, streets, and power lines were destroyed or damaged. Many people are still homeless. New Jersey and New York City were the worst hit. New York City was without electricity for the third time in 30 years.
Hundreds of runners scheduled to run in the canceled New York Marathon channeled months of preparation. Instead, they held informal runs intended to benefit victims of Sandy. Mayor Bloomberg canceled the event amid criticism from victims of the storm, feeling that the race would take resources from efforts to help the city. Early Sunday, more than 1,000 people, many of whom had planned to run the race, headed out with relief supplies ranging from food to plastic bags to help residents store belongings from damaged or destroyed homes.
The USS Enterprise has sailed home to Virginia after its final deployment. The Enterprise is the world's first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. The ship will be deactivated in December after more than 50 years of service. It has participated in every major conflict since the Cuban Missile Crisis during its 25th and final deployment. The Enterprise operated in Europe and the Middle East.
The civil war continues in Syria. A bomb exploded near army and security compounds in Damascus on Sunday. Various groups opposed to Presidential al-Assad had begun talks in Syria's capital to unify their efforts. They had hoped that these unity talks would win international respect and arms supplies. The 110-pound bomb appeared to be the work of an Islamist militant group that has attacked military targets several times in recent months.
Gunmen wounded an Egyptian employed by the United Nations Children's Fund when they fired on his vehicle in Karachi, Pakistan on Sunday. The motive for this attack was not entirely clear, but police said it may have been robbery gone wrong. The shooting followed an attack in July when two men working for the World Health Organization's polio campaign were wounded. Taliban fighters opposed the polio campaign. Many Islamic religious leaders say it is a Western conspiracy to spy on the Sirtalize Muslims.
Iran and Israel remain fierce enemies. Iran has reported that they have produced a drone capable of hovering in midair and flying in silence. Earlier in October, Iran said it obtained photographs of military bases in Israel taken by the drone that was launched by Lebanon. Iran also reported that other drones made dozens of undetectable flights into Israel. Israel has rejected that claim.
China's Communist Party will introduce the new leaders this month to run the world's most populous country for the next 5 years. The tasks will include dealing with the nation's court system, which is tightly controlled by the Communist Party. Judges in China often operate with little oversight. Citizens are detained without charge. Environmentally dangerous projects are approved without opposition. Stealing public money is commonplace. One of the party's highest-ranking officials has been arrested recently for stealing billions of dollars from the state.
The United States military is helping the Afghans to set up a radio station in Logar province. The station will operate from 6 in the morning until 10 at night. It will telecast news and music to the surrounding provinces. Programs will also include political messages telling Afghans who the enemies are and that the enemies are outside of Afghanistan. Messages will also be directed to Taliban insurgents, calling on them to lay down their weapons and join the peace efforts. Here's Chanel with this week's editorial.
Few people in the world look like they would like to look, and a person can only permanently change her or his appearance through cosmetic surgery. But what if you had cosmetic surgery and the person you're about to marry did not know? Should it affect the way that a person thinks about you? It definitely should not. According to a man in China, this makes all the difference. He recently successfully sued his wife after she gave birth to an incredibly ugly baby. He first accused her of cheating, and she then admitted to having plastic surgery before they were married. I think this was not right for 3 reasons. The first being that you should only marry someone if you truly love that person. If the love is only skin deep, then you should find someone else. The second reason is that the man is the one who judged the child's looks. In other people's eyes, the child could be cute. His personal perception should not grant him the right to sue. Finally, it was his child, so it is possible that he is the main reason for the child's appearance. The kid could have inherited bad looks from the father's side of the family. I have no idea what the judge could have been thinking when he sided with the man, and I feel sorry for the woman because she is now divorced from the man she loves. David has school, service, and sports news.
Thank you to all the students and teachers who participated in planting the Red Ribbon Garden between the upper school and science buildings. I'm happy to announce that the 3 large boxes of school supplies that Summit students recently donated will go to a very small, very poor village in Sierra Leone. We appreciate members of Fairview Meridian Church who have agreed to get the supplies to the village. Stay tuned for many more service opportunities coming up soon, and make sure to go ahead and get started on your service hours. Now in sports news, this week the girls started their season with the boys winning their first 2 games, and the girls finished the week 1-1. This is the first week of the winter sports, and they're off to a great start. Best of luck to all the teams this season. William has our weather.
For today, the weather is looking sunny with a 0% chance of rain and light winds going west at 4 miles per hour. The temperature tomorrow will have a high of 67 and will rise as we get into the weekend. The weekend looks very clear. It will be sunny and Saturday and Sunday with no chance of rain. Saturday will have a high of 67 and a low of 38. Then the temperature gets a little warmer as we move into Sunday with a high of 68 and a low of 48. As a tribute to President Obama's re-election, our weather city of the week is Nairobi, Kenya. Saturday and Sunday, the residents of Nairobi will have cloudy skies with a chance of rain. On both days, the high will be 69 degrees with a low of 61 degrees.
Thanks, William, and thanks to all of you for joining us this week.
Goodbye and join us again next week.